Welcome to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, episode 26. I am one half of your host, Chris, Old School Picker. I am a YouTube diva, by the way.
True.
Along beside me is my other co-host, is Caleb the Old Pass, who is getting ready to be a YouTube diva. More about that here in just a minute. But we are just two old guys that sell stuff out of sheds in our backyards on platforms like eBay and whatnot. Introduce yourself, YouTube diva number 2.
Yeah, that's me. Soon to be YouTube diva number 2.
Soon to be YouTube diva. So we're just going to hit the old audience real quick here. Coming out of the gate here, Mr. Huge News Ahead. Tell everybody about the huge news.
Well, some people know, if you're privileged enough to be a part of the Old School Picker Members Only Club, you know this huge news. And
I'm
other
a member.
Are you a member? I am too. That's pretty cool. The huge news. Are you ready? Drum roll.
Oh, what?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Why did I ever? Okay. At the time of recording this video, it is 9 o'clock when this video drops.
Mm-hmm.
At 10:30 a.m., 1.5 hours later, the very first video for the Old Pass will drop.
Yay! Finally, after 3 weeks.
Finally.
Yeah. How many subs are you up to now?
113.
113.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some YouTuber, I won't name no names, may shout you out again in his video Friday.
Oh, who's that?
YouTube Diva.
Oh, that YouTube Diva.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So another shout out coming your way in his video Friday.
Oh boy, are you going to put the link this time?
Yes, I already did. I did remember that.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody go check out Caleb at the Old Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Watch his first video.
Mm-hmm.
Give it the old thumbs up. Share it out. Tag him in Facebook so all his fans and friends and family sees it.
Boy, oh boy.
And go support him over there. Heck yeah, man. I'm excited. How long a video is it?
About 17, 18 minutes.
That's good. That's where they recommend. I've always
I
heard
keep it right there, 15 to 20.
Yeah, I've always heard 12 to 17 minutes is what YouTube prefers.
Really?
That's what I've always heard. Now, I don't do that. I usually make 35-minute videos. Yeah. But I don't do anything right. I just do what I want to do, you know?
That's the life of a YouTube diva.
That's the life of a YouTube diva. Do we want to talk about why you call me YouTube diva now?
You can if you want to.
I don't even remember. I just remember you messaged me and told me I might turn into a YouTube diva.
Well, you never know. You might.
I might. No. Yeah, I do remember now. We was talking about some YouTube divas.
Which ones?
Oh, I'm not going to name no names. I'm not going to name no names. But yeah, so you told me you was waiting on me to turn into one at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's define a YouTube diva. What would warrant somebody to be called a YouTube diva in the reselling world?
I think if you do a 180 in your personality and your character and all that, you're probably a YouTube diva.
So Kevin.
I don't know what Kevin was like before he was a YouTube diva.
I do, actually. I knowed him before he became a big YouTube star. So I'm going to message him and tell him that you called him a diva on our podcast.
Why not? I call him everything else according to you, so might as well.
I've not talked to Kevin. I guess that's what qualifies people as a YouTube diva.
Mm-hmm.
When you no longer have time for the little people.
Yeah.
Like not getting shout outs on their podcast ever.
I don't care anymore. I don't.
No, I don't. Speaking of subscribers, we're at 761 here on the podcast. So if you're listening to us on the podcast version over on Spotify or Google or wherever you're listening to us, Apple, go over to YouTube and give us a subscription. We sure would appreciate it. 100% free. Wouldn't cost you anything.
Speaking of subscriptions, I have a fun story.
Oh,
so this kind of ties in with our yard sale trip Saturday. We went to Brentwood to one of the big community sales we go to, houses everywhere, yard sales every 50 feet.
And for those that don't know, Brentwood's kind of the rich division of Nashville.
It's a very nice 3-4, well, nowadays probably $500,000-$600,000 homes.
Yeah, at least.
It's not the huge ones, but it's the next one. It's the upper class, the upper middle class, I guess. But no, there's some pretty nice places in there, and they have twice a year is all they're allowed to have yard sales. They're not allowed to have them more than twice a year.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, twice a year. They're not allowed to have them any other time. So I was at one. It was close to the end of the day. It was probably 12:30. And those sales usually dry up around 12:30, 1 o'clock. Those people won't hang out till 3 or 4. They get done 12:30, 1 o'clock's it. Well, I'm at this one. We're wrapping up the day. It's about 12:30. I walk up. These people, they didn't really have much left. They had a few things, and I start to leave. I paid for what I had, and the woman, as I'm walking away, she said, "Are you one of those YouTube garage sale people?" I'm like, "Yeah." What am I going to say?
Harry Tornado. I am Harry Tornado.
I'm Harry Tornado. That's me. No. And I mentioned you, the podcast, and my channel real quick. I mentioned Kevin to see if she knew anybody. And Harry Tornado. I said, "Have you ever heard of Harry Tornado or Commonwealth Picker, Flipper?" And she's like, no. And I said, "Well, you ain't going to know who I am." But she said, "Well, what's your channel?" So I sent her over, and she subscribed right there. And I said, "Well, we've also got this podcast." She subscribed to that. And I mentioned you, and I'm pretty sure she didn't subscribe to you. So sorry.
I don't blame her.
But I was out there getting subs the hard way, brother. I was knocking on doors.
Yeah. Hey, man, whatever it takes, man. Maybe that's what we should do for the podcast.
Yeah. We're going to have to send out flyers in the mail or something.
Or local mail. That's actually not a bad idea. I have thought about getting a wrap on my vehicle before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Well, yeah.
Whatever. But I don't want a bunch of local people knowing who I am. That's the only reason I've not,
You try rolling up to a yard sale in that vehicle, see what happens. They're going to be like, "Oh, we can charge more."
Reckon, that's a Southern word, by the way. Do you think we could put American Pickers on the side of your car, and me and you roll up, and you be Mike because you're the tall guy, and I be Frank?
Why not?
Do you think we could pass for those?
No.
No. Number one, we don't have the bankroll those guys got.
No. Yeah. I think if we rolled up and said, "Hey, I'm the old pass and he's old school picker," they'd be like, "You're not them."
Well, it would be like the meetup where the guy came up to us and thought we were going to have a banjo concert. He thought we were picking the plateau.
Sorry, buddy.
He's like, "Where's the pickers?" And was like, "We're all pickers." He's like, "Well, where's your guitars and your banjos and stuff?" I was like, "Yeah, that's a different kind of picking. That's a true story. That really happened.
That is a true story."
About 10 minutes before the meetup. I swear, though, I think him and his daughter, because him and his daughter were there, I think they got in the food line. I think they did. I swear they made a plate. I swear.
If you're going to crash the party, why not crash the party, right? I mean, crash.
I was like, I don't even care.
I didn't care either, but I mean, crash it hard.
They should have at least stayed, though, and listened to everybody.
Be like, "This is boring, but we ate, so we better stay."
So I was watching something the other day. I don't even remember. Maybe it was Trash to Cash. I can't even remember. And Dave was talking about all the meetups they wanted to do as a podcast next year. And he mentioned Florida, which is where Dave lives. He mentioned Virginia, which is where Kevin lives. And he mentioned Las Vegas, which is where Carrie lives. Didn't mention nothing about Tennessee.
He better stay on his own turf. So
we'll do it without you guys again this year.
Yeah. Bigger, better, and badder. Boy.
We don't need y'all again next year, so we'll do it without y'all again.
We don't need you twice.
Tanya is cooking again, right?
I don't know. I have to ask her. By the way, she's got us on this diet.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're trying,
Mhm.
to do better. And yeah, it's my stomach ate. Listen to what she said. Let me quote Tanya here.
Quote.
I said, I think my
Do
stomach.
you want to do the voice?
No,
No.
I'm not going to get in trouble. But I told her, I said, I think my stomach is, oh gosh. I said, I think my stomach is eating itself.
Mhm.
You know what she said? It must be taking some pretty small bites. I went, are you kidding? Are you serious?
That's like a dad joke.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little
I
bit of a
mean,
burn.
my ideal of a diet is, eat what I see because I am.
Exactly.
Oh man, I struggle with it, man.
Yeah.
Used to, I could just cut out soft drinks and lose 10 pounds in a week. Now,
Boy, wouldn't you like to be able to go back to that?
oh man, yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard. I
Mm,
don't have many guilty pleasures in life. Food is definitely on one of the top of the list.
yes,
I
me
love
too.
to eat. I love to cook. I help Shannon cook tonight, actually. So I help just about every night, actually. I
You're
enjoy cooking. I
you're a good
enjoy
husband.
eating. Hmm?
You're a good husband
I am a good husband. I am. People don't even know.
and a good YouTube diva.
It comes with being a diva.
Are you a household diva or just a YouTube diva?
Just YouTube.
So when you walk out the shed, you're like straightening up.
Oh yeah. This is
In the summer,
this is the diva palace here.
you walk in and you're like, "Hey, honey, I'm home."
Yeah, yeah. No,
I'm
I
not a
don't get
diva.
to be no diva in the house, that's for sure.
Uh-uh.
That would fall under Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Kobe's the
Yeah,
diva. Kobe rules the roost in our house by far.
that's all right. That's all
So
right.
you went to some yard sales this weekend. How far away from your house was you?
2 hours.
2 hour drive to the
2
old
hours.
Brentwood.
Yep.
Is that north of Nashville or just west of Nashville, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's just west, but asking
Yeah.
me directions is like
I can't.
not a
It's
good
been so
idea.
long since I've been. I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
No,
I
don't
got to
ask
go to
me.
Nashville next week though. Shannon's doctor's appointment. But anyways, to get back to the point, 2 hours away. Went to
Mhm.
a bunch of yard sales. How many yard sales you go to?
Oh, probably 30 to 40,
Find
maybe
some.
more than that. There's a ton.
Do you have anything for show and tell?
I got one, my favorite. I don't know what it's worth yet, but look at this guy. I love him.
Ooh,
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Vancouver Grizzlies hat.
Not Memphis.
No,
Not Memphis.
yeah, that is a nice looking hat.
Got to put it in the right place.
Have
Yeah.
you comped it yet?
No. I haven't even looked it up at all. Yeah.
Mitchell and Ness is okay. I mean, they're newer hats for sure, but
Think about that.
you showed me some other stuff a
Old
minute
guy
ago.
trying to look like a teenager here.
That's a look, actually. Oh, wait. Let me mark that down for the thumbnail. There you go. 1305.
Like the kids do, boy.
1305.
That's about all that's getting right there.
Well, tell me some other stuff you got.
Well, I'll have to preface this one by saying it's Kathy time because I found a total of 76 stamp sets at one yard sale. The woman had, let me see if I can count right, 27 Stampin' Up! Sets. I bought them for $30. And Tanya bought some called Heartfelt Creations. They're not, I mean, they're close to the same price range. And all of them was brand new. Like, didn't have the plastic, but if the woman used them, man, she cleaned them like they were perfect.
What kind of stamps are they? Wooden?
No, they're the photopolymer and the rubber and the cling and all that stuff. They're the good ones.
Yeah, them photopolymer, man, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
That's the newer stuff, I think.
Yep.
I've still been selling some of my, I got that huge lot at the church sale. Of course, I sell Kathy the stuff she sends me all the time. That huge lot I got at the church sale back in early spring, I done okay with it. And it's the older stuff, the older wooden stuff. A lot of it is. Some of it's not. Some of it's the cases like these, like the
That's what I
photopolymer.
got.
Most of it was the wooden stuff. But I actually shipped one out today. It was a Halloween one though, so.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one that's really good. Scaredy Cat is the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
I sold that sucker for like $55.
Yeah.
It's a Halloween one. It's the black case.
Yeah.
And it's a bolo. So if you're looking for it, But Halloween stuff that Halloween stuff is riding high right now.
If I had my choice of finding a big lot of Halloween stuff over Christmas stuff, I'm taking Halloween every time.
Right now, I would. Now that may change in the next year or two, but man, I mean, it's like this. We found a bunch of Department 56, but the best one we've ever found was the haunted Halloween house.
Well, I sold that
chips. The one we had was a little different, but it had chips and dings all around the base. And I'm like, well, we'll mention it, we'll picture it, we'll disclose all that, and we'll throw it out there. Thing had been selling for $300, so I went to $250, and it took like 3 days, and it sold.
Yeah,
got a perfect feedback. I'm like, man, that one right there is gold.
Well, I mean, you think about it though. 20 years ago, Halloween was very small in comparison to today.
Way smaller.
And how many years have they just mass-produced Christmas stuff? They've not mass-produced Halloween stuff long.
Oh, not very, maybe 10 or 15, 20 years.
So that stuff
got 50, 60 years behind it.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, that just stuff, it's so much more rare that I would take Halloween stuff any day over Christmas stuff. Any day. And
I think Tanya, she likes both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Christmas stuff.
No, I don't either, but I like Halloween stuff. It's pretty good.
If you think back last year, I was selling a ton of Christmas ornaments, a ton of them. But man, that stuff just don't bring per piece. It just don't bring the money like Halloween does, in my opinion.
I would say Halloween is the best season right now.
Yeah. And, it's one day a year too. So I think that affects it a little bit too, to where Christmas, let's be honest, Christmas is a month at least, So,
well, Christmas basically starts the day Thanksgiving's over, and
or the day Halloween's over.
Almost.
Yeah. I mean
you can make an argument for that for sure.
Let's mass produce Thanksgiving stuff because nobody's doing that. Nobody's decorating for Thanksgiving. So let's start that trend.
At Thanksgiving, the only thing I'm worried about is eating. So I doubt
eating, football, family, that type of stuff.
Yep. That's a good time off right there.
That's basically what my Sundays are like anymore.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Food, family, football.
Yeah. And faith, I guess. I go to church. So yeah, I had plans to do some whatnot auctions this month and next month on Sundays, but it just ain't happening. It just has not been happening.
You know what I thought about doing? I'm really not a fan of the packing that comes with whatnot. That's my problem. Yeah. But I thought about doing possibly some quick auctions.
Yeah.
Like 10 items, boom, and we're done. And then maybe do a couple a week that way, even. Yeah. Because 10 items, that ain't hard.
No.
But the one I did last, I had like 75 items. That's I'd never recommend doing that, ever. You will get so wore out trying to pack all that.
I mean, if that's all you do, you'd be fine. But if you're trying to do eBay and all that too, then I think that's too much.
It's a little much.
The biggest one I did was 60.
And it just depends on the size too.
Yeah, it depends on what you're selling. I mean,
if you're like Nathaniel over at Lucky 7 doing coins,
right?
100, man. I mean, it's going to be pretty easy to pack.
Yeah, and I'd say
what we're doing,
I'd say a lot of his too are going out to the same 4 or 5 buyers, so you're probably only shipping out 5-10 packages.
Yep.
But those packages have a lot of money in them for one thing, because
literally a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money, literally. But yeah, I know some of those auctions he's been doing here lately have been bringing in some really good money.
Oh yeah, he's been selling some nice stuff, man. He sold them. I don't know anything about coins much, but them silver American Eagle coins that they sell for like $100 and plus, and he was selling them for $50 and $60. I was just like,
Yeah,
he was giving them away. But I mean, he was making money, but not making top dollar. But
right, still meat on the bone.
Oh, plenty of meat on the bone. But they were so beautiful. Those coins were just like.
Somebody asked me in my comments on my last video, actually, on the Old School Picker channel, if I had been, and we talked about this a little bit last week with Ben, Rocky Top Picker. Good episode, by the way. If you've not watched that episode, go watch it. That
Great
episode done really, really good. So we're gonna have to have Ben on again.
Yeah.
But they asked me if I had been doing any sourcing on Whatnot, and I know Ben talked about that a little bit last week, and he does it a lot. And I've not replied to that comment yet because I'm slow, but but I don't source on Whatnot for one reason. The main reason right now is because I don't need to source, period. I have a 10 by 20 storage unit just about absolutely full right now of inventory. So I just don't need to be sourcing at all right now. But in the future, when I do need to, which I don't know when that'll ever be, but if I ever need to, yeah, Whatnot absolutely is a place you can source for eBay stuff.
Supposed to be one more community type yard sale coming up. You need to go.
I don't need to go.
You need to add to your.
So you found some good stuff this weekend.
Yeah, I found some pretty good stuff.
2 hours away.
2 hours away.
4 hours away by the time you drive back.
Technically 4 hours away. Yeah.
Technically.
There and back. Yeah.
Okay. We're not going to say it on YouTube here, but you know the community I live in.
Mm-hmm.
I did not leave my community this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Went to 5 yard sales and racked up.
I thought you didn't need anything.
Oh, I didn't say I did. I don't need anything, but that don't keep me from buying stuff when it's dirt.
You get your money back for it. Just bring it on over here.
You ain't even seen it yet.
Don't matter. You're a picker. I know you know how to pick.
So you bought a hat. I bought like 5 hats, but probably my best one's this one right here.
Oh yeah,
the old Tennessee Bill Dance edition hat. That's probably a $40-$50 hat, made in the USA, by the way. Vintage snapback mesh hat. You know, no big deal there.
I get
$2.
Nice.
Let me grab this real quick.
All I got to say is he ain't got my Vancouver Grizzly hat. Yeah.
Don't have that.
Whoa, I like that.
Big old train set.
That's cool, man.
Digital Commander Bachman. I've sold that stuff before. They said it was brand new, never been out of the box. I don't know. It does look like it's been opened. I've not went through it yet, but I'm assuming it's all there. All the engine and the cars are there, so I'm assuming the track's in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Paid $15 for it. Looked it up. Didn't look it up. Bought it. They wanted 20. I said, yeah, I'll give you 15. They took it. And as I was walking out, I looked it up. I figured it was like a $70 set. I would have been happy with that. Mm-hmm. It's a $200 set.
Nice.
At least.
Nice.
5 minutes from my house.
Can't beat that.
So I went to another sale 5 minutes from my house. I've had these before.
Oh, them are cool.
You know who that is, right?
That's the Lone Ranger, right?
Yeah, Lone Ranger and silver action figures.
You got Tonto too?
Ask and you shall receive, young man.
Oh, looky. That's cool. That is cool.
Tonto, do you know his horse's name?
No.
Scout.
Scout.
They've got their shoes. They've got all their clothing. They've got their guns. They've got their holsters. They're about as complete. I've had these figures before. Never this complete.
Wow.
I paid $40 for them, for the set. $40. 2 horses, 2 figures. I'm going to list them for over $200. I'm going to list them together.
Nice.
$200 because you can find them much cheaper than that, but not that complete, not that good a shape. These things are in great condition.
It's awesome.
They even have the platforms that the horses stand on to keep the horses standing. And I found some other stuff too. I found 3 or 4 other hats, some bread and butter type stuff. But 5 minutes from my house, Caleb, I didn't have to drive to Nashville.
I hear that 5 minutes from your house. Tanya picked this up, and the box is a little bit messed up, but
5 minutes from the house, Caleb. That's never going away, by the way.
I'm gonna sneak out there and steal
If
that.
you ever leave the podcast, I'm just going to call you on your phone and talk to you.
Hello, Caleb.
Caleb, come back to the podcast.
Oh, my.
Mm.
Oh, boy. Okay, now that we're okay, Tanya found this, gave a couple dollars for it, and it's worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $100. It's a Lego limited edition Santa Claus 215-piece building toy. Pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
But that was 2 hours from my house. You know.
Yeah, well,
Look,
it'll probably take me 2 hours to ship that train set once it sells to where it'll take you 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, I like this.
Oh. Man,
That's one of the, yeah, that's Toronto Raptors
Toronto
jersey.
Raptors.
Vince Carter.
Yes.
What is that?
Cool?
A youth,
That's
small, medium?
Yeah, it's a small. But ain't that like the coolest logo you've ever seen?
They had one of the best looking logos of any sports teams ever.
I remember when they became like them in Vancouver at the same time almost was the new expansion teams. It was like around 98, 99, somewhere. Of course, now Vancouver moved to Memphis. Toronto's still there though, right? They're still in Toronto, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They won the world championship 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. They had that
that one guy just dominated. I know his name.
Guy, what's his name?
Yeah, he don't even play for him no more. But CJ, if CJ's listening, he's screaming at the screen because he watches a lot of NBA. But I can't remember his name. I'll think of it in a minute.
I know his name. it left me when you said that.
Yeah, I'll think of it. Actually,
he's a good player. Shoot, that's horrible. When we say two old guys, we are not playing. Our memories are gone.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't have much of one to begin
Kawhi
with.
Leonard.
Yeah,
Kawhi Leonard. Yeah,
that's it. I was trying to look it up.
Had to think. No, he blew it up in that series, man.
Yeah, single-handedly, pretty much won that series for him.
He played tough ball.
So we both had really good sourcing weekends this weekend. I probably spent, I don't know, $80 or something, roughly. I didn't spend much. And probably, I would guess, $600, because I'm going to try to get $200 out of the figures at least, and $200 out of the train set at least. So that's $400 just on those two. I probably got $100, $200 well, the hat too, that's probably a $40-$50 hat. I probably got $500-$600 worth of stuff of inventory.
A couple more things
for 80-ish.
I want to show you a couple more things. Tanya has become a better picker than me by far, I think. So you remember last year? So, yeah, way better. You remember? That's coming from a YouTube diva, so I don't know if that counts. But you remember last year I told you about oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I take it back. Please don't do it. Okay, last year she got Beauty and the Beast, or we got Beauty and the Beast, a ton of stuff. It's all gone.
I remember that.
Now we have found Snow White.
Ooh.
That is a Schmid from Sri Lanka. Snow White Doc. It's a music box thing. Haven't looked him up yet, but she give like $1 a piece on these. These are Lennox Treasure Snow White Christmas figurine. Really pretty.
That's a trinket box, ain't it?
Yes.
Looks like it. Yep.
It is. Got another one. I guess that one is Doc. Also a trinket box. But ain't them cool? Them are just pretty. She give like $1 a piece on them. Then she got this Snow White figure.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm telling you from experience on Beauty and the Beast, these will go for like $30-$40.
Oh yeah.
Just high-end bread and butter.
Yeah, I'd say at least, because I mean, just based on it being Disney ceramic, it's going to go for $20, $30, $40. I would think.
I've got several more over there, but that was the best. This whole table's full. It's off camera, but it's pretty well loaded. I think we spent like $500, and I would be surprised if we didn't have $4,000 or $5,000 worth of stuff. So,
you want to trade?
No. No, because I'm still doing 20 a day. So I am digging that I got like 90 Stampin' Up things. That's quick, easy, draftable stuff all at once. Hey, I want to show you something. We almost forgot this, man. You let me forget. Here's the thumbnail to the first video. Boom, right here.
Oh, first video, 10:30, guys, right after this podcast. Remember to go check it out.
That's for all of you on Spotify. Look at this picture right here.
Welcome to the old past, man.
Welcome.
Who done that?
Somebody helped me learn how to do these. Some YouTube diva helped me with this, and thank you for because that's pretty sweet thumbnail right there.
Maybe a special appearance by a diva in that.
Could possibly be.
Or did you edit him out?
No, he's still there.
I would have edited him out.
Tried to make him a little taller, but that wouldn't work. So.
Yeah, he does. Well, I mean, if you was going to be a Snow White dwarf, which dwarf would you be?
Probably sneezy. Got bad allergies. Or sleepy.
That'd be grumpy.
Dopey or grumpy.
That'd be grumpy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a diva, They should come out with a new Snow White for like whatever generation this is.
Yeah, who knows?
What generation is this?
I don't know.
We're Generation X, right?
I'm technically a millennial by like a year.
Yeah, millennial.
Yeah, can't trust us.
Kid.
Yes. Thank you. May I have another?
Yeah. So, okay, good sourcing this weekend by the both of us. I'm happy with the stuff. Like I said, I didn't need to buy anything. I wasn't even going to go, and my wife kept saying, there's a ton of yard sales out. There's a ton of yard sales out. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to the community ones. Well, I went out down the road here, and there was like 5 or 6 just in my community. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to leave my community, though. And then when I found all that good stuff, I was like, I'm definitely good. I am definitely good. So I was extremely happy with,
See, I have a problem. Me and Tanya have a problem. We're addicted. Sourcing. So, and I mean, I try to keep the flow going in here too, but
yeah,
it's hard to not go because
I've never had that problem. To be honest with you, I've some people get the high from the buying, some people get the high from the selling. I've always been the one that got the high from the selling.
Both.
Yeah, I mean that's the good combination because that keeps it flowing. But I am so cheap. You guys don't even know how cheap I am. I don't like spending money. I don't. And I know you have to in this business. I get that, I understand that. But I don't like to.
Don't you hate it when you run out of bubbles or you run out of tape or boxes? You got to buy more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so horrible.
Yeah, I had to buy.
You don't buy more boxes. You just order them for free.
No, I do order some that I pay for. I ordered quite a few this past week, actually. I ordered a lot of shipping supplies this past week.
I hate ordering golf club boxes. Those are the worst.
I had to order some of them. You can see them right there above me.
Yeah.
Big old stack of them.
They're so expensive.
Yeah. I link down below for that, by the way.
Is it an Amazon one?
Yeah.
That's where I was going. It's probably your link.
And
they went from like $50 to $80. And I was like,
The ones I ordered the other day, I think they was $74.95 or something like that. So yeah, they're not cheap. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not selling golf clubs or baseball bats or any of that stuff without them. I'm just
you can't make one that cheap.
No, probably not.
Your Chime and your box, you cannot do it. I don't care what you're doing, you can't do it. And it's so much quick. You can pack one of those in 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean it's one of the easiest things to ship that I sell anymore. Honestly, got the right box, but that's anything. I think. Just
speaking of golf clubs, y'all see them right there.
Yeah, I seen them the other day when I was there.
Like, you can see them a little. Let me get out.
That didn't come from this past weekend, did it?
Some of them did.
Did they?
Bought like 7 or 8. I bought a set. The guy, he brought out a bag. It had Titleist on the bag, and most of the clubs were Cobra, I think. And I said, how much do you want? He said, just shoot me an offer. So I said, $30. He's like, oh, I can't do that. And I said, $40. And he said, oh, I can't do that either. And he's like, the bag's worth more than that. I said, $40 without the bag. He said, okay.
Yeah, I don't
get like 15 clubs for.
I don't really ever want the bags, to be honest with you.
I've sold a couple, and they're kind of hard to ship. I mean, not horrible, but you do have to.
You have to have the right box for them, for sure.
Well, you have to Franken box usually, because that's a huge box.
Yeah.
I just take 2 of the large and I make them skinnier and longer, but you still have to put 2 together. So it ends up being like a $5 box.
Yeah.
So if it's not a really good bag, I'm not buying it. But I've sold 2 over $100. So yeah, not bad.
Eric, OBX Picker, he gets on to me all the time about selling them because he's sold a lot of them.
Well,
which he takes them to his shipping store and tells them to ship it. I'm like, I don't want to ship them. I'm sorry, I don't. I get there's money there. I just don't want full of them. But yeah, there's money in them.
My brother-in-law did find a place that has boxes made for them, made for complete golf club sets. You just set them down in there. It's perfect. U-Haul.
Yeah.
They have a box made for them. So if you was going to, and you didn't want to Frankenbox, I don't want to sell them that much that I'm going to keep them on hand. If I find them that are really, really, really good, I might go buy a box. You know, that would be my thing. But
I've got like three in my storage unit, you know, because they're just like, when you buy the whole golf club set or whatever, they're like, take the bag. And I was like, I don't really want it. And they're like, take it anyways. So I've got, but I keep my golf clubs in the storage unit in the golf bags.
Yeah.
So
like, can I give you $5 more and you keep that bag, please?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll end up donating them eventually, but right now I don't have a ton of golf clubs left, to be honest. Not a ton of good ones. I've got some cheap ones, but I'll probably donate some of those. And I just need to go through them.
I weeded through mine 3 or 4 months ago. So I don't have anything that's probably not $35 and up. That is free shipping. So that's like a $25 club-ish range. So anything, you know, and that's a cheaper club. It's not a great club, but most of mine are better. They're drivers, they're putters. And then I've been lotting all my irons together that are not real valuable. But I've got at least 20 sitting right there to be done.
Yeah.
So, and most of them are 40, 50 and up. There's a couple of drivers in there that'll be $100 drivers. So
I've not even bought a golf club in a while, to be honest with you.
Really?
I've not seen any here lately.
Reckon?
Would you sell your entire inventory if somebody came and wanted to buy you completely out?
If they want to pay what I want to ask.
Well, I mean, obviously like $1 million or something, but I mean.
No, I mean, okay, let me put this into context. I've got $60,000 listed on eBay right now. And I've got every bit of $40,000 in inventory not listed on eBay right now.
So $100 grand of inventory.
$100,000. What would it take for you to get rid of $100,000 of inventory? What would it take for you? If somebody said, I want to buy it all, and you got $100,000, I want to clean out your shed, take every single item you have.
Knowing what you have in that $100,000 of inventory, I know I would take 50, and I would probably take 40, and I would probably consider 35. If we're talking cash money, I'd do 35 to 40. It'd
be hard to walk away from that, but I don't know that I would.
Yeah. So if I offer you 40 grand for every bit of your inventory, you're turning it down.
Probably. Because I know that's probably 5 months. What am I going to do 5 months from now? Because that's the same. Well, I guess technically it's not exactly the same money because you don't have fees, you don't have shipping, you don't have tax, but still, let's say it's 6 months. Or 8 months even. But you've got to replace that somehow. Or
What
just,
would you take?
oh man,
I know you would take 60.
you know that?
Wouldn't you?
Maybe.
Really? Golly,
Well,
no.
I don't. First of all, put that in perspective. Ain't nobody going to give you 60,000 for $100,000 worth of inventory. That don't make sense
No.
on any planet anywhere
No,
because you
because,
can't flip that and make anything.
well, I mean, there's 20% of fees on that. So,
Yeah,
roughly.
you're talking $20,000 off the top, and then so
Right. That's what I'm saying.
they're going to buy in 60,000 to make 20. Ain't many people going to do that unless they had a store. Some people might buy in for a store because that's probably about your, if you own a brick and mortar, you ain't making money like we're making. Too much overhead and too much cost, and which I ain't saying we're rich or anything like that, but we flip it for a lot cheaper price than brick and mortars do.
Yeah. I would take 35, I think.
35.
Because I think that's, number one, that's probably about as much as anybody's going to offer.
I'd say I don't know if you'd get offered that good.
I don't know if you get that high, honestly, but.
So how much inventory you got right now? Money-wise, you think?
Probably half that.
Probably 50?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you $500 for it right now.
That's probably about what it's worth. I know my figures and my train set's worth almost 500.
Mm-hmm. See, but that's the problem with our mindset. When I go to yard sales, if that's if there's $50,000 worth, my buy-in is around $5,000 or less.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for me to say, oh yeah, I'd give you 25 for. Nah, I just couldn't do it.
I'd probably take 20 for all mine.
$20 done. I give you $20 a week.
I probably would take 20 grand for all mine.
I give you $20 a week for the rest of the year.
Rest of the year. If I've got 50,000, I would probably take 20 for every month.
I might do that too. I don't know.
Are you offering?
No. I couldn't pay that. I'm just saying I might take that if I had 50,000 getting 20.
I'll take payments, but it just have to be more than $20 a week.
How about $2 a day for the rest of the year?
I don't know how much inventory I've got. Honestly, you've got 60 listed.
60,000 listed.
I've
Well,
got,
59.
See, I've got 20 listed. I've just got a third of what you got listed. I've got 20,000 listed. Inventory in the store. Man, I don't know, man. I've got some good stuff in there.
$59,050.83. I just
call it 60.
Yeah. But now that brings up a good point here. A lot of people have the mindset that if you have all this stuff listed, you'll make all kinds more money than other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just said you had a third, and you're doing close to the same business I am. I
doubt over the last month I am, because I know
I had an extremely good month, but my business has tapered back down to normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we're right there back on par with each other.
Yeah, I'd say you're still a little higher.
I'm not saying if I had $1 million listed, obviously if you got more listed, you're going to sell more, but obviously if you have more quality, you're going to sell more. But I don't know that there's anything to that. Well, if I get 100,000 listings or $100,000 worth of listings, I will sell $100,000 a year. I don't know if that's true or not.
No, it's not.
I think it all depends on how hard you work and the type of stuff you're listing.
Well, keep in mind though, I am just 3/4 of a reseller.
That's your handicap.
I'm a quarter YouTube diva.
No, you're 5/4 YouTube diva.
5/4. Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that, but yeah,
I have thought about.
I would definitely. If somebody wants to bring me 20K, we go looking in the shop and we'll go looking in my storage unit.
Wouldn't it be interesting to bid your store off, your whole store, put a reserve? Hey, I won't take less than whatever, and see what happens.
You got to keep in mind too on this discussion how much of that $100,000 is just $5 and $10. Just it'll eventually sell type stuff, because I've got quite a bit of it.
I've got probably 200 listings. That's $14.99 and below, probably
Right.
$200 to $300. So I've got about 1,000 that's better than that.
Yeah, that's free
But
shipping too, though.
that is free
Keep
shipping.
that in mind too.
That is free shipping. But yours includes the shipping cost, does it not?
Not the listing, it don't.
Does it not? I thought it did.
No, because
Yeah,
I have calculated shipping, so you don't know what the shipping cost is going to be until they buy it.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. So if you add shipping to mine, that's probably, I would say, $5,000 at least.
20,000 at least. Oh man, at least 10%, 15, 20% probably.
Yeah, I would.
So probably another 3, 4, 5, something like that.
Yeah, I would say $25,000 worth.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I bounce back and forth on this discussion. I bounce back and forth of, do I want to run my store with like 500-600 listings and everything under $15, just put on whatnot, or do I want to just throw all my chips in on eBay and just list everything? I don't care if it's $5, $10. And I bounce back and forth. I've went back and forth like 3 or 4 times this year on this with mine. And I'm back into the mindset of, I don't care if it's worth $5, $10, I'm listing it on eBay.
You know what I've been doing? If I have an item that's 5, I'll try to put 2 more with it and make 15.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to do when you don't have like items, you know.
It is. It is. And to give you an example, some of the Hallmark items I've not got them down yet, but when I take them down, I'm going to actually do like 3 ornament lots.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being a $9.99 ornament, I can go, easily go $19.99 and sell it a little quicker. And I mean, we're talking some of these ornaments we're getting for 50 cents, some of them for $1. So it's a quick turnaround, especially this time of year. You got to think outside the box to compete. You can't just, I mean, it's a hard market. Christmas is a flooded market already.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting as bad as clothing almost.
Yeah.
I guess maybe not as bad, but clothing's horrible.
Well, for 2 or 3 months, it probably is.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking like there's tons of it on eBay. And if you're a clothing seller, bless your heart.
Yeah.
You have to be committed because that is a hard category.
I would be a Buc-ee's diva.
Buc-ee's diva.
My brother and his wife, that's all they sell is clothes. Well,
true.
I'd say 80% of what they sell is clothing.
Oh man.
And that's just not, I don't,
it's
they're
hard.
big shoppers. They enjoy shop. I don't. That's not me. I hate it. I despise buying clothes. I despise looking at clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll wear t-shirts and stuff for 5 years.
Yeah, me too.
I'll wear jeans until they just ain't wearable no more. I don't like buying clothing. I just don't.
Have you ever noticed my shorts? I'm just going to tell on myself right here. I have 3 or 4 of each color. I've got 2 colors and I've got like 3 pairs of each color, and they're all Lincoln Outfitters.
Yeah.
They was on sale at Rural King. So I bought like all they had when they had them on sale for like $7 a pair. And I wear the brown ones, then I wear the blue ones, then I wear the brown ones, then I wear the blue ones. If you run into me in public, you're going to think that guy never changes clothes, because that's what I like, know. And I'm at the age now, I really don't care if people think I'm cool.
I've been at that age for, how long have I been married? About
if I'm worried about it, I'll put my hat on, boy, and
everybody live it. I tell you who you look like in that hat.
I've already thought about this.
You want me to tell you who you look like?
Yeah.
Logan.
Oh, really?
You look just like Logan. Logan's hating me right now, but you look just like Logan.
He can't help it. He's got his dad's genes. I seen Brandon 540 flips in a hat like this.
Straight bill.
And I've always wanted to go up to these kids and be like, no, and bend it down. I'm like, don't you know how to wear a hat?
I had a hat that I used to wear. It was a Braves hat, actually. I've still got it. I wear it every now and then, and I wear it straight bill. It just looks right.
I don't know.
Some hats look right, straight bill.
I don't know.
Now, this is coming from an old school guy. I mean, I'm old school, but yeah, and some hats are made to look straight bill, and that's one of them, I think. Now, this Bill Dance hat, no.
You don't straight bill that thing. That's an old timer's hat right there.
Oh, yeah, that's old, man. But yeah, you look good in the straight bill. Everybody leave in the comments that he looks younger.
Well, you know why? Ready? Because watch the hairline is gone. You can't see the hairline.
Yep.
They're like, hey, he's got hair under there.
You look 25-year-old in that.
25. And then, hey, look at the old guy. Young, old, young, old.
Let me break out the Bill Dance here. I've got it sized wrong.
By the way, guys, Thursday, 10:30 a.m., the Old Pass first video.
10:30. Are you going to check it out?
Hey, while you're putting that hat on, I found your Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's perfect. It is perfect. You ready for this?
I got to wear it like Bill Dance here. He wears his real high up on his head.
Oh, that makes you look like your hair falling out, brother. Well, you're better now. I ain't never seen CM Punk in a hat like that before.
No, he don't wear a Tennessee hat.
They don't wear Tennessee. Chicago, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, he's a Chicago guy.
All right, here is your Halloween costume. You ready?
He's coming back to WWE, by the way.
I've heard that news. I don't think it's true.
Nah, he will. You wait and see.
I mean, sooner or later, everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready? Here we go. Chris is going to be Super Mario.
Boom! Mario.
It's perfect size, too. Look.
Yeah, it's kid size.
Small, 4 to 6. Hey, look, no joke. No joke. It's got the hat. Check this out. Looky here.
Oh,
yeah.
You look like Luigi with a Mario hat on.
I told Tanya the other day, I said, Mario's shorter, so Chris is Mario. But Luigi's tall and skinny. I said, I got the tall, but the skinny, I can be fat. I could be Wario. Wario's fat.
Yeah.
I could be him. But ain't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
I'm just going to hang out in this hat for a while.
Yeah. Dang it, now I'm going to have to decide between the thumbnails.
Hey,
you're giving me choices. Now who's the YouTube diva? You're giving me choices on the thumbnails, guys.
Put me on your side and my side both there.
Hey. Don't do that. I'll put you down below like we have another special guest. Special guest Mario from Mario Brothers.
Special guest Mario.
Shout out to Ben Rocky Top Picker again.
It was a good guest.
Episode. Had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Video done well. So 4 more episodes we'll be having somebody else on.
True.
We're going to try to do a special guest every 5 episodes.
See what Corey said? Did I just watch the first episode with the 3 old guys?
I seen that, yeah.
That's something to think about one day. Maybe we expand.
Maybe I quit. Maybe
if you quit, I quit.
Maybe you and Ben do a podcast together one day.
He beat me up too much. I couldn't handle another Chris.
Maybe you and your favorite person in the world, Ken Bill, do a podcast together.
Hey, Ken, that's tempting now.
You would dump me for Ken any day of the week.
I wouldn't dump you for anybody.
Oh, you would.
Unless he had to bring a pretty big sandwich.
You hear that, Tanya? Well, okay.
Tanya, I'm trying to get some food here. I'm starving.
I've been trying to get to the next point here for
I'm sorry.
Minutes. We've done good sourcing. How are eBay sales?
They're normalizing. I had like a $450 weekend. I had a good day yesterday, $200. Today, I've sold like $30. But, that's kind of normal for the 1st of October.
Yeah.
Has that been your experience?
Yeah.
It slows down before it gets busy.
First 2 or 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, and once November hits, it's on.
Mm-hmm. I hope.
Usually, I should say. That's no guarantee, but
I did see a video, and I believe it's correct, from my boring resale life. I watch him every now and then. I don't agree with everything he says, but I do agree with some of the stuff he says.
Never heard of it.
He has 50,000 items listed in his eBay store.
Gee, well.
So he has a pretty good finger on the pulse about how eBay's up and down. You got 50,000 items. You're selling quite a bit a day, right?
You're selling a few things, yeah.
Well, he is one that believes in a lot of eBay glitches and that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that as well.
I do too.
Maybe not to the extent he does. Maybe not. I don't know. But I do from time to time. And I do know eBay had an update again the 1st of October.
Yep, fall seller update. Yep.
And I do know that he said ever since he has been sending out offers and not getting any accepted. So he called eBay and said, yeah, the offer system is messed up. And I know over this past weekend, especially, all the offers I sent, none of them got accepted. And that is so rare for me.
I didn't really think about that. That might be right.
So I was just wondering if you've been having any offers accepted.
I only had one that I can remember in the last few days that got counter-offered, lowballed. And when I counter-offered back with a decent discount, never heard another thing about it. So one thing I have experienced is returns have hit me like 4 in a row. 2 of them, it's one of them questionable things. Somebody sends something back. One woman said she just didn't like it, and it comes back broke all to pieces. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I had 2 of those. 2 in the same week. Then I had one that was totally legit. It was my fault. I had another one that somebody just didn't read the description. I said something on it didn't work. They didn't read that, and then they said they didn't want it anymore. So go figure. That does happen. A lot of people don't read. Let me say this about YouTube real quick. I have a newfound respect for content creators. I do.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of, I won't say it took me forever. It took me about an hour and a half to edit my video. But it's a painstaking labor of love because I did 3 takes, right? The first one was trash. I'm talking worse than a podcast trash, right?
Not our podcast.
No, a trash podcast. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Worse. Take 2 was acceptable. I was going to roll with it. And then me and Tanya talked about it. We both agreed, like, we could do better than that. And I know that's a long and winding road saying you can do better. You could always probably do better. Take 3 was way, way better. If the nerves was out, it flowed so much better.
Do you feel like the podcast helped you at all?
To prepare for it?
To prepare for it, to pull it off, to be used to the camera, to...
1,000,000 times yes.
Yeah.
1,000,000 times yes. The only difference is it's kind of odd talking to a camera and nobody's on the other side. I got you here, right? There's human interaction, but
you'll get so used. I mean, if you continue to do that, though, you'll get so used to that camera. You'll get so used to it, and you will be talking. You'll read your comments. There you go. You'll read your comments on your last video, and you'll get an audience, a core audience, and it'll be the same. A lot of times your videos will have the same people commenting, and that's the people you'll be talking to. You'll see those people in that camera when the more you do it. I feel like I'm talking to the people that comment on my videos all the time when I'm holding that camera, and I just talk. You get more used to it.
So do you have any guesses? How many views you think it's going to get? 20, 30?
No, they get more than that.
You got a guess? If you guess how many jelly beans, you get the money.
Leave it in the comments down below, guys. How many views? How long are we giving it? Till this time next week? So it'll be a week?
It'll be a week, yeah.
Okay. In a week, leave it down below how many views Caleb's first video is going to get. I'm going to say, because I know how YouTube does with new content creators, they want to push it out there because you might be the next Mr. Beast, right? You might be the next big thing. So they want to give it a chance. And then the more people that click on it, and the thumbnails go a long ways towards that, the more they're going to push it. I'm going to say it does really, really well. I'm going to say 450.
I'll be happy. I'd be extremely happy with that. I'm guessing around 200. That's my guess. If I get 200, man, I'll be happy with that.
You've got me thinking. You've got me thinking, how many views does my first video have? Because I know since I've grown, my channel has grown. I know people went back and watched it. I get that. I remember like the first night it came out, though, it got like 200 views.
Pretty good.
Yeah, of course, I didn't know anybody, and nobody knew me back in the day. It now currently has 338 views.
Pretty good.
It's horrible. It's a 28-minute. Don't nobody go watch it. Don't
everybody go watch it.
It's not with a cell phone. It's straight up and down.
Yep.
It's here's me, man. My very first video, 28 minutes and 2 seconds.
Everybody go watch it and push him over 500.
Don't because it's so old. I don't get paid much for it at all. Anyways, go watch my last video. I get paid for it pretty good for it. So yeah,
Can I read my comment of the week? I've been waiting to read this. I really like it.
It's not my least favorite.
You didn't hear
video though.
Said, did you?
Yeah, I did. My least viewed video
divas
is my unboxing of my GoPro that I made. It got 68 views.
Mm-hmm.
The GoPro 8 had been out for like a year when I made that video.
That might be why it struggled. Possibly.
And my best videos got 10,284. Okay, go. Comment of the week. Go. Let's go. Read it.
American Arbitrage. Carrie.
Oh, boy.
I'm jealous of the hairlines, he said. Don't you love it? Look at that.
Oh, let's just talk about American Arbitrage.
That's a nice hairline, though. You know it?
I went into his whatnot auction the other night.
Oh, I did too. Are you talking about the card auction?
Don't remember. Yeah, it was a card auction.
Yeah, I went in there for a few minutes.
And the first thing he said to me was, "Hi, Jimmy."
Hi, Jimmy.
I said, "Okay, I'm not Jimmy. I'm not Jimmy. I am Old School Picker.
Old School Jimmy right here.
He is Old School Flipper. I'm Old School Flips. I am Old School Picker." And then he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're not Jimmy. You're Caleb's friend." He did. He said, "You're Caleb's friend." He remembered your name, Mr. YouTube Diva, and not mine. He called you. He called me Caleb's friend.
That is hilarious.
I told him, I said, "Man, I'm gonna have to tell Caleb that that's gonna make his day."
That is so great.
So I am no longer Old School Picker. That should be my name right here, Caleb's friend.
Caleb's friend. That's pretty hilarious, though.
Here I was thinking I was a diva, and I am just Caleb's friend.
I like it. Thanks, Carrie.
Yeah, he's not watching.
No.
He just watched this last video because I made him feel bad after all that. Then he went back and watched the podcast. So we got that sympathy for you.
Yep, one.
Well, we'll take them. No, I'm afraid about 300 of our views are sympathy.
So we get 30 to 50 real good, true people, and then a bunch of sympathy.
Well, my comment of the week is going to be from our good friend Beard King Picker over at the Reselling Locker Room Podcast. Now, keep in mind, we have Ben Rocky Top Picker on last week, who is also part of that podcast. But Beard King Picker said, "Great show, guys, but I'm not sure about that special guest."
Yeah, he's right.
He's right. Ben, you're never allowed back.
I've been thinking that because he picked on me. He teamed up with you.
Yeah.
I was happy about that. It took two of you to get me pushed ahead on a video.
Well, I paid for it, though, with Carrie.
You did. That was a pretty good blow.
That hurt. It did. I finally had to tell him my name because he didn't even remember. I have met Carrie in person.
I wish Kevin would do that.
I've actually been on the Trash to Cash podcast before with Carrie, and he didn't even remember my name.
You've been on Trash to Cash?
Mm-hmm.
What episode?
It's the one from the 127 sale last year. There's a bunch of us on there.
Oh, the meetup thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they interviewed us. I mean, they talked to us.
Yeah.
We went back to the rental that Kevin had rented and filmed a podcast. I was like the third or fourth person on there.
Really? I may have to go back and watch that right after I watch your first video.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Eric,
and you're Caleb's friend after that.
Yeah, I'm Caleb's friend. That will be my name down here next week. I'll have to remember that.
Oh, and by the way, did you hear that Ken, Jimmy, and Corey have threw down the gauntlet? They want to see who can get to 1,000 subs first. I told them they probably jog past us because we're old guys, So.
Yeah. Between us and them?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've got a pretty good lead on them, but
Got 200, but they got a good boost from that reseller recap. They got a pretty good boost.
reseller rally.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Whatever it was some dude named John,
It
Cincinnati
wasn't the
Picker.
Old Guys meetup, so it's not important.
It had nothing on that.
It really didn't. They ain't never going to have food like we had.
I mean,
okay.
They were in a boat. We were in a train.
That's right, boys.
A train to nowhere.
That.
Actually, it was a train depot. Actually.
You know what'll be next, right? The next meetup will be jumping out of a plane parachuting. That'll be the next
one. I mean, they had Craigslist Hunter, John Cincinnati Picker.
They had some big names. I agree.
Kevin Common Wimp Picker. And they didn't have too many more people than what we had.
Uh-huh. That's true. Hey, listen, compare apples and oranges here, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Our meetup was based off of you and me, this relatively unknown guy.
I'm just Caleb's friend.
You're Caleb's friend, but they had all these big name guys, and we drew just almost as many as them. Yeah, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I feel like that's pretty good.
Do you think the Highway 127 sale might have had anything to do with it?
Nothing to do with it. Nothing. Zero.
You hear that, Common Wimp Picker?
It did this year, but next year, if we announce Tanya's cooking, that's all she wrote right there.
That's all she wrote. Hey, that is true.
We'll get Leroy. We'll get Tim. We'll get Brandon and Becky at 540 Flips. We'll get all these people that commented on the food.
On the banner next week, can we just get Tanya holding up a big hamburger?
Big old hamburger.
Come and meet Tanya and her hamburgers.
Maybe. How much money you got?
Well, I'd have $20,000. Somebody come buy all my inventory.
I'd buy a lot of hamburgers, wouldn't it?
20.
You gotta sell the week.
Sell the week. Are we supposed to be selling stuff?
That's part of what we're supposed to
do. Okay.
I just wanted to build a shed to come hang out and watch TV all day. That's
hang out on YouTube.
Yep, that's what I did. But
yeah, I mean, sales have been tough here lately for me. I do think eBay's having some issues ever since the last update. I do believe that.
Undoubtedly.
I mean, I do. I believe it. I believe the offer system is broke again. And that's a big portion of my sales, to be honest with you, because I get a lot of sales through the offer system. But I will talk about the sale of the week. I just shipped these out today, actually. Our good friend Des, I'm not going to say the last name, Des, they know who they are. They are a big time supporter of a lot of YouTube channels. Cool. And I believe this is the first thing they've bought from me, but we've been talking about hats, and they bought 2 hats, a vintage Louisville manufacturing Coca-Cola hat for $15 and a vintage Chicago Bears hat, all corduroy, super, super cool hat. Sold for $20. So total order of $34.98 for 2 hats.
Pretty cool.
I probably had $3 in those hats.
Not bad, not bad.
I love selling hats.
I've got 2, technically 2.
Oh, here we go.
The one's a viewer sale, so I wanted to mention it. It's
viewer sale.
Rozilla.
Oh, go Rozilla, go. I had one from him too.
He come in and bought some Christmas ornaments. So thank you, Rozilla. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Rozilla. He bought a die set from me. I think I talked about that last week, though.
Maybe. I can't remember.
Can't remember. Thank you, Rozilla, either way, though.
Big sale of the week was yesterday. It was the Dimensions, the Gold Collection cross stitch, Innocent Guardians, what it's called. For those not familiar with cross stitching, the kits, the Gold Collection is like one of the best you can find. It comes in a hard plastic, more like thicker. And I sold this thing for $103.99. They're good. Cool. I mean, I sold one a couple weeks ago for $60. They're the real deal. The real deal, not the fake deal.
Real deal.
Yeah. Real podcast.
Real.
Fake podcast trash. Why do you hate those guys?
Who?
You hate. You've been calling him Common Wimp Picker. Why do you hate him so bad?
Because I've not heard from him no more. He's a big time.
And the other guy just knows you as Caleb's friend, and
Yeah, he used to reach out to me every now and then. Dave don't like me.
Does Dave even know who you are?
Yes, Dave knows who I am. He don't like me. Carrie don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And Kevin's too big for me now.
Oh.
I'm joking. I like all those guys, even if they don't like me. What else have we got? Dad joke.
Dad joke. I got one. You go first, though.
No.
Do I have to go first?
Yeah. Who won last week?
Me, obviously.
I think there was only like one vote.
Yeah, it was Ivan, and he said I won. So there you go.
All right.
Here we go. Ready? Have you heard about the chocolate record player?
The chocolate record player.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It sounds sweet.
Oh, that's pretty good. I have actually lost mine. Oh, no, here it is.
Well, I can give you like 3 or 4 more if you want them.
No, I've got one. So you asked me a question.
Hey, I put it in the form of a question.
I know. Thank you.
Gave you a chance.
And I still didn't get it. Well, did you hear about the rumor about butter?
I've heard this one. You got to give me a second. I'm not sure, but I'm sure somebody's spreading it. Something like that.
Something like that.
I can't remember it exactly.
Well, I'm not going to go around spreading it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
So put OSP down in the comments for OSP Dad Joke Champion once again.
No. Once again, for the second time ever.
Once again.
Do you know what the best thing about Switzerland is?
No.
I don't really know either, but their flag is a big plus.
Big red plus.
I just had to hit you with a number 2 there.
Oh, hit me with a number 2. I'm sure that ain't going to get talked about. You're like a monkey throwing poop.
Throwing the poop.
Hit me with a number 2.
He's just slinging his poop in here, boys.
I love telling dad jokes. Sometimes he even laughs.
Oh. Well, where do you learn how to make a banana split?
I don't know.
Sunday
school. Yeah, I knew that one. I got that one.
Yeah.
Sunday school. Yeah. All right, YouTube Divas got to go tonight. What you got planned tonight? Hot date with Tanya?
No, she don't like me that much. Just more working all the time. Got gutters on the house today. Me and Logan pressure washed the porch.
Gutters on the house.
Maybe getting the back porch covered. We got a porch, but put a roof over it. So we'll see.
That eBay money.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know.
Tanya will let you know.
She'll tell me. She'll probably say.
Are you really getting off here to go work?
Yeah, probably.
Listing?
Probably.
Have you not listed your 20 today?
I have, but I'm woefully behind.
Woefully
Behind.
So in other words, you don't have nothing for tomorrow?
I have a few. You know how many I listed Monday? Drafted 56.
Them Stampin' Up sets.
Yeah, but you know how many I got now?
How many?
22. So
yeah,
I'm going to have to kick it into gear.
I mean, hats off to you for 20 a day. I couldn't do it.
It's hard.
I could do it one day a week, maybe.
I did miss Saturday because of Nashville.
I'm still living off the draft bank.
I really thought about doing your little trick and ending a bunch of them and just storing them up.
I would, but if I was you, I would just wait till the first of the year now. I wouldn't do anything that drastic to mess with my fourth quarter. That's just me.
Yeah, not going to.
Yep.
All right, time to go.
All right, thank you guys for watching. I got to get the YouTube diva off here and let him get to work. The eBay diva.
Tube diva.
This has been episode 26. Remember, right after you've finished watching this whole episode, because I know y'all have, go over to the Old Pass. The link for that will be down below. Go watch his very first video. Let's get him to 500 views. I'm saying 450. What'd you say? You never said nothing. You said 200?
5,000.
I wish. I hope you do.
200, maybe.
Okay.
At the most.
You're saying 200. I'm saying 450. Leave your guesses down in the comments down below. Episode 26.
26.
I about said 200. Episode 26. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Remember to subscribe to us if you have not already. We sure would appreciate it. 2 Old Guys out. Thank you, guys.